episode 10, Intechlectual. Welcome. I'm Emmanuel, and this is
Louis.
And yeah, we're here. We have some
we
topics
live.
for you today. We've got some, it's been, how long has it been, Louis? Are we mentioning that? We're not mentioning that. It's just whenever.
We're not mentioning
whenever you get them when you get them.
Yeah. These are recorded very regularly, and we drop these very regularly.
Listen, we're on point. We never miss a beat.
Never miss a beat.
Yeah.
We're out here.
Let's just get straight into it. Like, we've got some topics about things that have been happening in the past 2 weeks. And then we want to cover some music. We're going to get into the music. We're going to do the music, Louis.
Do the music.
Do the music.
If you get that reference, a lot of respect.
And do the dance, Louis.
Do the dance. Do the dance. Go on, do the dance.
Go on, do it.
Do it.
But okay, so we're kicking off with what? YouTube? What does YouTube do?
YouTube's been doing a madness. If I understand correctly, they basically said either if you want to use AdBlock, you have to pay for premium, or they said you can use. No wait, what am I saying? That either you use AdBlock but pay for premium, or you stop using AdBlock.
Okay. Do you use premium? By the way, I never actually asked you.
I do pay for premium. Yeah.
Me too. So moving on. No, I'm kidding.
Done. Next topic.
Because I mean, the AdBlock is I was using them way before it became convenient to just start using premium. So I use YouTube Music a lot, and I use YouTube a lot, and I like downloading offline things. So having premium to me was a no-brainer. But if they didn't have like downloading offline, I'd also be using AdBlock. So I'd be really upset right now if I was like most people in the world that use these. uBlock was, I think uBlock, is this uBlock still like the number one?
Yeah, uBlock Origin.
Origin. It never used to be Origin, right? It used to be uBlock, then they became Origin, and they changed the logo a little bit.
I don't know, but something mad that YouTube said apparently is that YouTube changes their detection scripts twice a day, which means even if you got a filter update earlier that day, another one might be required soon. Yeah. There's no way around this if you want to remain logged in, the post says. It's kind of mad, like to the lengths that they're going to crack down on some ad blocks. And if you think about, hang on,
money, right?
I was gonna say, if you weigh up how much money they would get from those adverts being shown versus the amount of money that they've got to put in to be able to get those ads shown, is it worth it?
Yes.
I don't know. I want to see figures.
Maybe like two guys, or I don't know, a team trying to like keep on top of this, right? But imagine how many views on YouTube they're getting like hourly. They know. Well, actually, this is the funny thing, right? Why they're doing it now? So maybe it wasn't worth it until now.
Oh, they've done it. They've been saying this sort of stuff like over and over again. But like now it's like
this
a big.
They finally figured out what it is that can like.
I don't think they finally figured it. I think it's more like this is a massive push. Whereas like they've kind of like let things slide, I guess.
That's what I'm saying. I'm thinking they were letting it. They were working on it because they don't want it to be a thing. But now it's like, okay, guys, let's start messing about. Let's sort this out. So maybe the threshold of worth it versus do we pay for this finally reached a. Oh no, it's worth it. We're getting views now. Louis,
what
podcasts?
I mean,
think about it.
Shorts as well.
So there's more content on YouTube now, right? They're removing Google Podcasts, and it's all going to go onto YouTube and YouTube Music. So having an ad block on there, that's more content potentially. That is more ads. So maybe now it has become worth it. Before it was like, we don't care, let it slide. That's $2 to us. But now it's like it's $10. So it's like same $10 again. 10 quid.
You know what? As someone that is kind of security conscious and like has DNS level filtering, so like ad block, all these sorts of ads, malicious honeypots, and all sorts of everything you can think of getting filtered out before it even gets to me, like it won't even resolve domain names, etc. I reckon that, I don't know, how do I word this? Like, how much of the ads that are shown are legit and not malicious? I've always got this issue with like ads. Like, you go to like a random website and it's like, you get those funky pop-ups and it's like women in the area looking for you or whatever. And it's like, yo, this is like, you go anywhere near this, like you hover your mouse over it or something. And it's like your PC's infected. And it's like, how can you be showing ads? Like, how do we know what's going to be shown is always not top quality, but not malicious. Like ads, in my opinion, sure, they drive revenue and makes the content world go round, but at the same time, what's the trade-off between the portal to you now allowing more users to be susceptible to that versus the money in your pocket?
Money always comes first.
Yeah, I know money always comes first.
Is pay for premium.
Yeah, exactly, right? That's what I'm saying. So, but
which, I mean, we both pay for premium, so we both obviously agree. Why did you do it though? Because I told you why I did it. Was it for ads? Because for me, it wasn't for ads. It was for the extra stuff, like the downloading offline and having. You know what it actually was? It was the background continue playing in the background. Yeah,
that was mad. There used to be like a hack that you could do to get that to work, and then they like really cracked down on it, which I guess kind of makes sense. But then at the same time, it's like, I don't know. It's always that like fishy stuff. It's like I think you would refer to YouTube as like the freemium model. So it's like you get 50%, 60% of the platform for free. Then there's other additional bits that you get at the benefit of, say, watching adverts. Like if you watch a YouTube video, like if you're not signed in, don't you get like 4 or 5 ads that like each of them could be up to like 30 seconds?
Yeah,
something mad. It's like, I'm going to spend more time watching these ads probably than the 3-minute video I'm going to be watching. Where do you draw the line? It's like, cool, pay 13
it draws you in to make an account so we know who you are and we can like account for you. And the second tier is pay for premium. So it's like, yeah, freemium. I like that term.
I'm pretty sure it's called freemium.
Yeah, no, it is. That sounds like the freemium model of. It's free to begin with, but you can add on. The add-ons is where you pay. And I include an account, like making an account or giving your identity as a payment too, because it's a trade-off. You know what I mean? So there's that too. Unlike Spotify, I think you have to have an account now, right? We just literally an hour ago, you tried to send me 50 Cent song, and I was like, I'm not logged into this browser, so I couldn't play it until I logged in. Whereas YouTube, like we're saying, you can actually still browse and use it without having to be logged in. So shout out to them.
If anyone was wondering what that song was, it was Get Low by Lloyds Bank on the Hustler's Ambition album. Yeah. I'm not going to sing it because copyright, but
I'll play it on like a short or something.
Less than, what is it, 8 seconds to get classed as copyright?
Really? Okay.
Is it? I think it's something like that.
We'll test the limits. We'll start from 1 hour and work our way down.
Hey man, sorry.
On Twitter, people used to post like movies. People still do that, I think. Actually, we're probably going to talk about them later, so we'll move on.
Twitter's doing that, right? Like people were uploading full length.
I watched a SpongeBob movie the other week.
What, on X? Twitter?
Yeah.
Twex.
The one with the Goofy Goober. I love that one. I think there's 2 now, right? There used to be just 1, but now there's a couple.
I'm not actually sure.
Shout out to SpongeBob. Anyway.
I was about to start singing the intro song, but I'm not going to do that.
Please don't.
Nah. Anyway, I mean, talking of streaming platforms and like movies, Netflix is to start testing streaming their games on US TVs. So people in the Americas, and I think they said it will be launched. It was launched already in Canada. I say Canada.
Where?
I know Canada, but I always say Canada. I know it's Canada, but I've had this joke in my head. I just say like Canada or like Canadian land or like the Americas. I don't know why.
That might be right, actually. I don't know. I'm laughing, but it sounds.
Nah,
I'm not going to laugh.
Isn't it?
It might be right. No. But I mean, like you're saying, the Americas. There might be the Canada.
I don't know. I've always just got the the joke phrase in my head I heard somewhere and I can't get it out, so I always say like Canada. So Canada and the UK, which they've already launched it, so you can like stream the games to cloud devices like your TV or your computer. And I think so now they're expanding it to the US. Which, have you ever tried it yet?
No,
I mean,
I'm actually. So, can you play with a controller?
I'm not sure.
Because I'm seeing GTA on here, bro. Like, I'm not playing GTA on my remote.
Wait, you can play GTA on Netflix's gaming platform, whatever.
It looks so. The discussions that they want.
I was like, "There's no way."
But if that's coming up, right? They have to have an integration with some sort of controller.
Yeah.
Also, wait, what kind of have you tried it? What kind of games can you play on? And then you can play like Pet Pet Saves the Zoo. You used to play on DVD back in the day. Do you remember Pet Pet Saves the Zoo? Tell me.
I think so. Yeah, I'm not sure. That's a throwback.
It's like Dora the Explorer kind of games, you know, like you just go left, right, up, down.
Swiping.
But if you want to dominate the market of gaming, or not dominate, you want to be a part of it, you're going to have to either make a touchscreen. Phones, mobile devices. I'm an idiot. We're both idiots.
No,
Yeah.
but if it's on your TV, like what is your TV touchscreen?
No, maybe you can. No, but you can get touchscreen TVs. But imagine,
it's not cheap. Like you might as well just buy all the consoles at that point if you're going to buy a touchscreen
that'd be
TV.
kind of sick. Remember interactive boards back in school?
Oh, you
go
have
up,
to like calibrate every time you use
Yeah,
it.
I mean, still, but then when it starts working, it's fire. Like your reaction times, that kind of thing. But you could probably like have your phone as your control pad, and seeing it in the, you know.
You know what? I think this is dumb. I think what they should do, straight up, right? Screw this. I think they should partner with like Microsoft and just get like Game Pass, like allow Game Pass to be streamed through their platform, so it's like a portal to use those games. So like the whole Microsoft suite, or what's the Nvidia one where you can buy the controller and you can plug it in and you can basically, they have like compute power in the cloud, so it's running your game but it's like streamed to your device.
Yeah.
Whatever that one is from Nvidia and like 15 others. I reckon they should just like get some deals with that and not launch your own stuff, because what are you really gonna dominate the market with what's been coming out in comparison to like other handhelds? So like the Steam Deck come out, which rippled the handheld community, and then now all sorts of other competitors, like was it Asus dropped one a couple of weeks ago, and then Lenovo's dropped one like a month before that. And it's just like, yo, come on, Netflix, what, you think I'm going to be using my TV, and then also pay for a Netflix subscription to play some of your games?
Wait, but imagine you just have Netflix, and now they give you an option to play games.
Yeah, but what games? If it was
any
like
games, just you have games available, right?
Yeah, but if you're talking about playing, what's the game you said, Pet Pet Zoo, or whatever?
Pet Saves the Zulu. Come on,
that one. Like that's a reason for me to not have Netflix, in my opinion.
But I mean, like, I'm saying if you're a kid, like, there's different demographics, right? There's kids, adults.
If a kid's paying for Netflix, GG. But
there's Netflix for kids, so like you're already there as a child. So now you have games that you can like interact with, like Dora or something.
Yeah, but that's not the kid choosing Netflix. That's the parent. Like the kid's not pulling out his credit card and be like, "Yo, I'm going to sign up for Netflix."
You're right, but they're already on Netflix, right? The parents have already paid for Netflix, so they're on Netflix. You watch your kids' shows, but now you have games too. So instead of having to go to a different platform or a different console, you can have it right here. Also, to answer our questions earlier, just had a glance through, there's a application for the controller by Netflix that supplies. But if you're using it on the web, you can also use a mouse and keyboard. So there is a remote control on a like a mobile or tablet to control the TV.
So you say that again. So you can use your keyboard and mouse if you're plugged into a PC.
If you're using Netflix on the web, but if you're using it on the TV, they can turn your iPhone or Android device into a remote. There's an app that does like, I guess, up, down, left, A, B, and C.
You know, if you're like playing COD in your like,
so you can play
blah, blah.
Call of Duty and others. So they're going to have a suite of games. There's no, apart from graphics, which is just pretty much whatever they have in their backend, right? Because it's just a streaming to your TV. They can
Where's
have
the
any game.
compute?
They can. So that's why I guess they're in talks or discussions with GTA to try to get it on there because they can.
Where's the compute? Is it running in their cloud? Like, are their game?
No
Are they
idea.
got servers running the actual game and it's just being streamed to you, or is it like trying to run on your?
I'm gonna assume because it's cloud gaming, right? This isn't gonna be. They're not becoming a console because it's all via the applications. It's gonna be kind of like Stadia was.
I don't know, but the word in itself, like game streamed from the cloud, it's like, are you streaming the actual game running, or are you like just not downloading the game? It's like running in runtime sort of memory. So like you streamed it, but it's still computing on your device.
Very good questions that I do not have the answer to because I don't work for Netflix.
No, nor do I. They've got some mad architecture actually. I think on some of the, there's some videos on like YouTube or somewhere that explains their architecture and like how they can have hundreds and thousands of movies and TV shows, and like you just press a button and it's automatically like streaming to you. That's kind of nutty. To think like you may be the only person watching this one movie, but it's still there available for you to for you to stream it like at an instant. Yeah, you think about how much content and like if there's like 4K Ultra HD, like how to compress that, send it over the internet, deliver it to your device in like a couple of seconds.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Sure, like you gotta have fast internet and whatever else, but
yeah, you might need to have 6G for that, Louis. You know.
Nah, we ain't talking about 6G. Nah. Don't start me on it. That's going to be a whole episode, not in itself, but we're going to have to talk about that.
Kill off like 4G first. Yeah, it's still alive.
Bro, 2G still going.
Yeah, so
they only turned off. What was it, GPRS like a couple of years ago?
Oh, GPRS, jeez.
Wait, GPRS is like 1.5G, right? Or 1G.
I think it's 1G, yeah.
And then 3G. Or is 3G, yeah. I don't know. I won't pretend like I know what I'm talking about.
Anyway, speaking of things that are alive and dead, crypto.
Oh, yes.
So we saw a little thread.
It's technically not
on
dead.
The Twitters.
I'm
going to summarize that because we don't have to like read all of it.
Go on, do it.
Dave Troy on Twitter. Shout out to I don't know him, but shout out to him. He might be a weird don, might be a cool guy, but we're not gonna, it's just the content he gave.
What's his credentials? Who's this Dave
He's
Troy?
Investigative.
That guy.
Yeah, I'm not saying that right. Investigative journalist. Addressing threats to democracy, columnist on the Washington Inspector. He's a speaker, curator. He's been on TED Talk Mid-Atlantic. Yeah. So he's a journalist. Journalist. You know that reference, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Where's it from, Louis?
I ain't gonna tell you.
It's lied. It's Dan Collymore when he was in France and the riots happened after the England game.
No, that's not ringing a bell.
But remember there was riots in France during the World Cup or the Euros, one of the two.
Yo, the French are great at rioting. Like, they know how to riot.
They know how to riot.
Yeah.
They know how to protest, that's for sure.
Yeah. I guess protest, which usually turns into riot. That's probably what we should say. They're great at protesting.
They know how to protest.
Yeah. Shout out French people.
Shout out. I don't know about that.
See, I wasn't going to say that, but you said it. So
I'm not going to shout them out just yet, Louis. But Dave Troy, he said, having spent the last 2 weeks traveling with investors and entrepreneurs from around the world, I can report that crypto is basically dead from a business investability standpoint. It's seen as a Ponzi-nomics, gambling, and an impediment to adoption. It's become a punchline. How do you feel about that, Louis? Is it a joke?
What, crypto?
Yeah.
I think the people who are mad invested in crypto are the joke, which is a lot of shots just being fired all at once. I know, I appreciate that. But the concept of a decentralized finance, the concept of a financial structure that is outside of the norms and government regulations and the world of banking as we know today, I'm all for that. The way it's been implemented and what's been the way it's going, I guess, and the people that are like, I don't know how to word this. It's like the people that are like being
Using
so
it.
acceptable to just like all the pump and dump schemes, the 500 million altcoins, and all sorts of other things. Like you can get an altcoin that mirrors the USD, right? I can't remember what it's called. It's like, well, then at the same time, why would you, if it's mirroring the USD, you might as well just have USD. Like, surely the currency's easier to use than the altcoin that you have in certain concepts like that. So I think it's here to stay. I think it will, and it has, like the last month, hasn't it? Kind of, I think the last 4 weeks there's been a bit of a boom. It's kind of gone back. I think Bitcoin's back up to like 29k USD or something like that.
34.
I'm not sure.
34.
What is it? 34.
Yeah.
Like right now,
So,
or is that?
If you invested when I told you to, listen to me.
Yo,
if you not laughed at me, you laughed at me. But if you put like 10, if you put whatever, you'd be laughing right now. You'd be laughing right now.
No,
but
actually,
now I would not. Ironically, right now I would not recommend getting in. I recommended last time, but now is it definitely do not. That's I wouldn't. I'm not advising you, although I am a financial advisor. By trade. That's what I do day to day. I just advise people on finance. Yeah,
dangerous.
People are like, should I buy this Kit Kat? I'm like, nah, it's a bad investment. You should buy the Rolo because Halloween's been around the corner, so I've been eating them up. So yeah, I'd invest in Kinder Buenos. That's what I'd do. But back to Dave Troy, I think back to it has been used as a Ponzi scheme. I think that's what he's talking about. Isn't like the actual fundamentals of the technologies, but just how it's been implemented. Because he's talking about how investors are viewing it, and right now they're not touching it, but they all still like later on he talks about how they still believe in the concept of it. It's just right now it's been utilized in this Ponzinomics, which is a great word I've never used before or heard. So shout out to Ponzinomics, bro. Pete, if you're listening, he's an economist. You know Pete, maybe you don't. But Ponzinomics is
that last
you didn't teach me about Ponzinomics.
You
didn't teach me about Ponzinomics. Shout out to Ponzinomics. But yeah, it has been used. He mentions gambling too, and it's an impediment on adoption, which it is an impediment on adoption because me and you have been looking around like it's hard to progress something and adopt it if it's being used wrongly or by people using it just to make money, to then adopt it into like actual financial systems. Like I think Honduras tried to use it or still are as their main currency. It's hard to like continue doing that if everybody else is just like day trading this thing as a joke and like making memes. Or it's like, oh, we're trying to use this as like we're trying to survive. Like, this isn't a joke to us. But then it's like you get mixed up in that, and then the adoption thing is like everybody else, because it benefits them if everybody else starts using it too. But if everybody else is seeing it as a joke, they're not going to start using it seriously. So that's been my beef with this whole system. So I agree with Dave Troy. Shout out to Dave Troy. And yeah, hopefully he's not a weird guy, but you never know. It's internet. I give him a follow. I'll give Dave Troy a little follow because he taught me about Ponzinomics. He didn't teach me about it. He just showed me the word. But
Ponzinomics.
Yeah, that's how it goes. So crypto's a joke.
You know what, right? I feel like governments and legal entities and the banking sector and whatnot, they're trying to do as much as they can to like get their control of it, because that's the whole point of decentralized finance. Is like there's no one person that's got the keys. There's no one person that says this is what you've got to do. And there's a lot of skepticism. Now, when people are shady, that's the word I want.
Oh, okay.
There's a lot of shady poo going on around with
what?
Like, I'm not going to say the swear word, but
okay, right, gotcha.
yeah. We're trying to keep this PG.
Shady poo around.
Yeah, shady poo. Poo shady. Poo shady. Oh my god. Like there's a lot of shadiness going around with these with crypto, right? It's like how people are getting paid, and like you don't know who owns the wallet other than like the wallet address. You can look on the ledger and be like, this person that has this 64 character long address or whatever, sent this much Bitcoin to this person, but you've got no clue what happened. Like, how do we not know that that's like a dodgy country that is funding another country for their war that they shouldn't be doing and stuff like that? I think that's where the whole
or just traffickers, because again,
exactly
back to why crypto wasn't trusted in the first place was this was used in the like black markets and the underground because it's decentralized.
I don't know about that, but maybe
I mean that's what the common conception was, because that's what we were told all the time, because that's how it was adopted. And it can't lie, Louis, it also is true. So like,
don't think you got the facilities for that, big man.
Yeah, but but anyway, speaking of governments, the US government, actually states, 41 states were looking at Meta, and they were like, hang on, our kids are getting messed up because of this, so we're suing you, Mr. Musk. No, not Musk. What's his name?
Zuckerberg.
I'm getting them mixed up, mate.
Carolina hot sauce.
To me. What? Billionaires. Carolina hot sauce.
I think I should just like refer to him as like hot sauce. Is it hot sauce? No, it's barbecue sauce. Oh no, it's Sweet Baby Ray's he had on his shelf.
Baby Ray's, jeez.
Yeah, Sweet Baby Ray's he had on his shelf that everyone was like, let's ignore him. We just talk about Sweet Baby Ray's.
Anyway, Louis, what's he done?
What are these states doing? What are they doing?
What, me? I thought you wanted to hit this one.
Oh, what? Me? Oh, okay, sure. They're basically suing Meta, right? They've collectively come together and been like, yo, you have ruined so many childhoods. You are continually ruining childhoods. And I think they've gone for the childhood aspect mainly because, like, to say you're damaging adults when adults are meant to be, in inverted commas, more developed and less susceptible. To say like for children's like psychological damage and stuff like that, it's very easy to do in a developing brain. I don't know the ins and outs, but it's like your frontal cortex or whatever is not fully developed until you're like 24, 5 or something like that. I'm not sure. And there's other parts of your brain.
25. Don't ask why I know that.
25.
Yeah. Or within those 3 years, it like splits at some point.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they're basically they've given them a lawsuit, which 42 state attorney generals have all alleged that Meta is knowingly harming these teenagers and kids. What's the minimum age to be on like Facebook or whatever?
I think it's 13, right?
Nah, there must be kids younger than that being like, sure, I'll take this.
And that's
box.
part of the problem, right? Is like they still make it easy to gain access regardless of what the age constraint is. That's a good question. I actually don't know. It used to be 13. So I remember when I signed up, it was like, are you 13? And you're like, yes, even though you're not.
Are you 13? No, I'm older.
Like, all right. That was easy. Anyway, moving on. Farmville. Let's get
Farmville. That was
Mafia Wars. Farmville.
It was all great and fun until Zynga had a
we should sue them. Why the hell were we playing Mafia Wars at like 12, bro?
No. Wait. Do you not remember Zynga had a massive security breach and all the data got leaked?
They did? Oh, there you go.
Yeah, Zynga, the company that was behind all that sort of shit, stuff.
Yeah. But back to
Zynga, the company that was behind all that sort of stuff.
Shout out to Zynga. Or not.
No, don't shout out to them. He did. It's free
one of the what do you call them, attorneys? They said this is just like the big tobacco and vaping companies have done in the past. Meta chose to maximize its profits at the expense of public health, specifically harming the health of youngest among us. So it's kind of the push to profits and push them onto this platform without having safeguarding the right tools and safeguarding kids being on there. So now you see things like not safety measures, but there's like you can have like hours set to how long you use it for. So I think it's parental controls, but there's also like quiet modes where you can like say, don't show me anything on this for this however amount of time. And the fact that you can even just track time spent is good for tracking not just kids but also yourself. But that these are all safeguards that they've tried to implement later on after being told like, hey, we don't know how long kids are spending on here, and we should be able to at least track it. And then after tracking, that's just one part of it, right? Is what are you doing against this? Like, are you showing kids the right things? What are they seeing? Hence, kind of back to, in a way, they're blaming like TikTok, for pushing certain agendas onto the Western world. It still exists here too. Like, what are you, even regardless of what platform they're using, what are kids seeing when they're on these platforms? And you're more afraid of what China's showing them. But what about you? Like, what else are you showing them? Because they're still spending time on these platforms, but you've had more of a uproar against another governing body and what they do versus like yourselves. Like, you have to hold yourselves accountable too. And this is kind of that aspect of, what about us? What are you, like, what are we doing? Like, what have you done to safeguard against this? Because we have issues with those, but us too, when kids are on here, what are they seeing? How long are they seeing it for? And how does that affect what they do in real life? Like, what they see and love. And we've seen the push for minimalism and kids trying to go back to being kids, right? The whole no more tablets, like toy companies are trying to make a push for like, bring toys back, because kids just get iPads or smartphones and it's straight on the internet. No Farmville. Actually, no, straight to Farmville. There's no Action Man, Louis. There's no WWE. There's no My Little Ponies. You remember My Little Pony, Louis?
No, not particularly.
Don't? What?
I know what it is and I've like heard of it, but
That's all I mean. That's all I mean. Relax, bro.
Oh,
okay. Safe space. A safe space. I just mean if you heard of it. That's it. I didn't accuse you of nothing.
Whoa, okay.
I didn't say you used to play with them. I just said, have you heard of it?
I'm looking for a new co-host. If anyone, you want to send an email to? No, you want to call in? We need to get that phone number.
We should definitely. We should start doing a Q&A. We had one last time, but like an actual Q&A. We'll do that. We'll do that.
No, we should get a number questions that we allow people to leave voicemails in. That
even
we
better.
like.
That's good.
That would be kind of mad, wouldn't it? That's probably
put that down. Yeah, let's not do that. But let's put it down anyway.
I'll write it down in the imaginary.
We'll do emails. Email in.
Oh, email would be good. Yeah. We can
write letters. How about that, Louis?
No, don't write letters. Save the trees, man. Just write an email.
Touch grass, Louis. Oh yeah, save the tree.
Yeah, touch grass and write an email. Whilst you're touching grass, send an email.
Yeah.
But going back to what we were saying, I think it's kind of mad that I don't know how you even refer to kids of today compared to like, I guess, our generation. Yeah. Like, I think I've heard the term coined iPad kids, an iPad kid or something like that, where it's just easy to throw them. I mean, I'm not a parent. I imagine it is probably easier to just throw them a tablet that their eyeballs are glued to it and it's about an inch away, and they can click all the pretty colors and play, I don't know, what do kids play? Candy Crush or whatever, and all the other addicting games that I can't imagine doing them any good. And at the same time, then Meta's like, hey, look, we think you might like this game. Click this, boom, and then before you know it, they're down a rabbit hole. But then at the same time, it's like, how much of this is the kids of the generation today's fault, right? Which, not that it's their fault, but at the same time, it'd be like you go into a shop buying a loaf of bread. They've already told you this loaf of bread contains moldy cheese in the middle, right? A massive ball of moldy cheese. They tell you that. You buy that, you take it home, you go to eat it, and you go, oh, there's moldy cheese inside in the middle of it. Like, you brought it and you've used it. It's like, cool, how much of that is your own fault? You can't go to the shop and be like, you sold me bread that's got moldy cheese in it. It's like, well, read the sign. It says it contains moldy cheese. So, like, how much of it is the iPad kid generation kind of also making it worse for themselves at the same time? So how much have they driven it even further and been doing things that they shouldn't do? Do you know what I mean?
And also comes down to parents as well, right? Like, how much access are you allowing your child? So everybody plays a part, but I guess in this sense, it's easier to blame the big corp. They've created the platform, so
no, we 100% blame Meta. It's all their fault.
Yeah,
100%.
Also, another thing we missed out on: they know the kids are on there, right?
Oh yeah, 100%.
So, like, they also, it's like I think one of the parts I can't really find it or like articulate what they're trying to say, but it was about they use their own research to target markets. So they're using the fact that they know there's kids on here to target kids to whatever. So it's like keeping kids more like on there and also like enticing them to, you know, these are directed these aspects of whatever, or these contents and these medias are being directed to kids to be on here longer. So it's that aspect of you're using your own research to double down on making. That's why the push has been your for profit before for safety, is that you're trying to maximize everything apart from the safety of children. That's the beef about all these lawsuits. It's not just because they know like, okay, we're letting our kids on here, but you're using your own research to like target kids, and that's messed up. So we're coming for you for that. But yeah, I don't know. We need to. I'd like to get like a teacher on here to talk about how they see kids and, you know, how they utilize social media or like platforms, or a parent too. If you're a parent, let us know. Do your kids, are they allowed to be on a tablet or their phone for long terms, or like how do you parent that? Like how do you
extension to that? Actually, I would like a teacher of an older generation, a middle generation, and like today's generation. To like, so like older generations.
We know a teacher that's taught a few generations.
I ain't saying any names, but yeah, like a teacher that taught like say our parents.
We'll get them on here.
Yeah, a teacher that's taught like our parents, then like a teacher that's taught like
okay, that's gonna be
our generation.
To do,
That's what I'm saying, right?
That's gonna be
it's gonna be mad difficult. Yeah, but if we
that's
could,
like they started teaching at 20, they could do it, but then they have to like stuck around until they're like 80.
Yeah, exactly. So probably not. But okay, so one then that taught our generation, or roughly our generation, and then one that's teaching of like today's generation. So like comparing, like, hey, look, kids did focus, and now kids are like sitting there like squirming because there's no screen that's showing them flashing colors and all sorts of other stuff. I don't know. I mean, another part of it is like when asked for comment, like what Meta said in retaliation, they were like, "We're not mad, we're just disappointed." And they, like a spokesperson for Meta, then said, like, we're trying to do what these attorney generals are saying is not happening. So like we're trying to provide teens with like a safe, positive experience online. But they said that the lawsuits is not a productive way to resolve this. But then playing devil's advocate, like if that isn't the way to solve this, surely you would have done a lot more to solve it before it got to the lawsuit. Like the lawsuit's the point of like, we're going to make this legal, and either you do this or we just like come to your place and like turn off all your servers. So it's like, how can you say one, but at the same time you turn around and you're saying something else to someone else? It's a bit two-faced in my opinion, isn't it?
Yeah. So, yeah. It's a sticky one.
We'll see. I mean,
so stop atting kids, you know?
That's mad.
That's what they're doing. They're atting the kids.
True, they're stealing all their data and feeding them. Like, because it's like the whole... I said stealing all their data and feeding them.
Oh, feeding them. Cool.
Yeah, feeding them. Yo, mad.
I'm just making sure.
Yo, no.
Making sure.
They're feeding them like...
Backing you, Louis. I knew you said the right thing. I'm just making sure, you know?
Yeah. Like I said, I'm looking for a new... No, I'm joking. Looking for a new co-host. Yeah, it's like there's many aspects to this. So it's not just like, hey, look, the reliance on tech, the reliance on flashing screens and colors is like psychologically damaging them to like impact their mental health. There's the whole like body image, and like I follow a guy on Instagram called Goob. Shout out to Goob. And what he does is he calls out people for like editing their photos, but it's not just someone who edits their photos. It's someone that is like trying to portray, hey, look, you join my course and you will look like this in 60 days and et cetera. So the people that are like trying to sell a service, but at the same time falsifying what they're trying to provide. So he's doing like some good work with that. But it's just like, not that it's just one guy, but it's something that the company should be doing, like Meta, for example. Like, if that's allowed to spiral out of control, that itself is then also fuel for the fire, damaging these kids. Which, you know what I'm gonna say? Kids of today's generation, they're clapped. They are
What?
they are different. They
Okay.
are they're. I always say it now. They're messed up, and not in like a someone's messed them up way. It's like they've just, I don't know, they're different and not in a good way.
Yeah. I mean, I can't imagine growing up on Insta.
Nah.
From from 6 years old, let's say. I know you're not allowed to be on there until you're 13, but let's be honest, bro.
When did Insta come out? Like 2012?
12?
Nah, it's like 2008, wasn't it?
09?
Nah, it wasn't
couldn't
when
have been 08.
everything went boom.
Couldn't have been 08.
I'll find out. 2010.
Oh, you go. It's 23 years. Sorry, 13 years. Jeez.
What's that? Hang on. Carried on one. Yeah, 2010, 13 years ago. Which 13 years ago for us.
Don't age us, Louis.
Nah. Imagine, like, that's a different level.
What was that? Year what? 10?
10? Yeah, something like that. Yeah, 10, 11, something like that.
Yeah.
I didn't get an Instagram account until like
All I know
6
is
years
Inter
ago.
Milan won that Champions League and Spain won the World Cup. Wait, 2010? Yeah.
Nah. Really?
Yeah, South Africa. South African World Cup, Louis. Wave your flag. Oh,
2010. Yeah, 2010. Yeah, it is South Africa World Cup.
Dude, I remember everything based on football, like football years. Give me a year.
That's mad. How you remember that? Like,
yeah,
Spain won.
Give me a year. Give me a year.
4 years after, so 2014.
2014. Real Madrid won the Champions League, and the World Cup was won by 2014. What? Who won 2014? It wasn't Brazil. It was Germany. No, it wasn't Germany.
No, it's Germany. In Brazil,
Germany?
Germany won. Champions. Argentina was second, third was Netherlands.
Götze. Real Madrid won Champions League.
How do you remember that?
Germany won the... Yeah, Mario Götze, extra time against Argentina, right? Messi cried. I remember exactly cried too.
113th minute.
It was crazy. Mario Götze. Never heard of him after that. That's crazy. Anyway, yeah. That's football podcast coming soon. No, I'm kidding.
Yo, that's actually nutty that you remember that.
Hey, yeah, just live and breathe it.
Yo, the one was towards 2018 then. Last one.
Well, World Cup, France. Champions League was 2018.
I don't know about Champions League. You have to look that one up.
It wasn't Real Madrid because they did the treble in 16, 17, 18. Oh yeah, it was Real Madrid. Champions League, Real Madrid. World Cup was France.
Yeah, France. It was in Russia, you know.
It was in Russia. And Poland. I think they did a double.
Don't know. I don't even remember that being...
There was a lot of beef about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. They did like a duel.
How have we turned into a football podcast? When's the next one meant to be? It was meant to be 22 in Qatar, but they've like now pushed it off.
It was what? No. It's that happened, Louis. Messi just won it. It was last year. It was Argentina.
Wait, I missed the whole World Cup.
Yes. What?
Man.
To be fair, they did it in like January, in like November. So it was like halfway. It didn't feel like a World Cup, but it was, yeah.
It took place in Qatar from 20th of November to the 18th of December 22.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I remember this, but I just ignored it.
It was actually a very good World Cup. Very, very good World Cup. It was very good.
Lol. Argentina won it.
Yep. And Man City won the Champions League. But Messi won the Ballon d'Or, so who cares? Small club. No history. Anyway, moving on.
Talking of no history, but loads of history.
Loads of history.
Do the music.
2006, Italy win the World Cup. And in 2006, Louis, you should know this, bro. Come on. Oh, but I'm linking it. Don't worry. It's a segue. It's a good segue. So in 2006, Italy win the World Cup, but a YouTube account called SBTV starts being active. Oh, you see that segue? You see that segue? You didn't believe in me.
I believe you, but I'm not sure I believe
Jamal
that fact.
Edwards, MBE, was a music entrepreneur, and it was a DJ for R&B and hip hop, and he made this platform, Smoky Bars Television, and it was pretty much for me growing up. I loved grime music and hip hop in general, I guess. So seeing freestyles, I think they were called SB, and then there's a number depending on which type of one it was. You could just see your favorite rappers in the UK like every week, every day. Actually, there was content every day, I'm pretty sure, and it was just amazing. Like the likes of, I think, Ed Sheeran, Stormzy, Jessie J, they got their beginnings from that. Dave, I'm pretty sure, Captain Conan, I remember they're like they did a Otis remix that was amazing. And he also had big names later on after it became like a thing to like come on, you know, like Drake, Nicki Minaj, and Wiz Khalifa's. They used to come on and do freestyles as well. But yeah, this segment is mainly about, he passed away a year ago or in the past year, and we wanted to do a segment on him, but we're doing a music segment and we thought it wouldn't be right without shouting out SBTV, especially talking about music and tech and YouTube and how powerful that channel had been to UK music and grime. Like, you wouldn't have none of these famous grime artists right now. They wouldn't be as big as they are, especially over the internet, which gives so much exposure to the rest of the world, right? So yeah, just shout out to him and rest in peace, and shout out to the family.
I mean, there's so many artists that he was involved in, like whether he was like doing videography for them or if there was like something specific that he was getting videos out. Like, I think some of the others that you didn't include, like, did you say Captain Conan, like Nines, Bugsy,
yeah,
Cadet, also rest in peace. Yeah.
I want to go through some of the biggest. It's got Ed Sheeran in here, Nines, J Hus, Ed Sheeran, Meridian Dan. Jeez, German Whip, remember that? You remember that?
Wow.
Dappy and Dubs, pretty much. They were all in the English Frank. I used to listen to him a lot.
No.
Scorcher. All of the Boy Better Know
Scorcher.
crew. Like, I can't even, you know what I mean? You just have to go through. I remember the 100 million views video, Boy Better Know, that cypher. That was incredible. That felt like literally yesterday. It was 11 years ago, man. That's crazy.
11 years ago.
Yeah. So that was a milestone to get 100 million views on YouTube 10 years ago. Whereas now you see like Mr. Beast gets like 100 million views in like one day. So getting a whole channel in 100 million, that's how far YouTube has come as a platform, right? And it's kind of crazy. But yeah.
Hang on. Did you know he went on Loose Women in 2021 with his mum, Brenda? He shared how he built his multi-million pound business and how his mum inspired him. But also, did you know he was named as an ambassador for Google Pixel?
Didn't know that. There you go.
Man, I don't know what that actually means, but I guess
ambassador.
I always wondered actually when someone says like they're an ambassador or something. Is that like they
represent them wherever they go? Like, they will shout them out. They probably get a lot of like ad placements too for themselves, but it's like a back and forth. Like, this is my company. I back them, and I like get a shoe endorsement. Right? It would be the same thing. Like, I wear these shoes forever.
Oh, like that ambassador.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. So he's only gonna have a Pixel. Although I've seen certain athletes that are ambassadors for certain companies, but then you see them wearing something else or using something else. But when they tweet about it or like post about it, it's like always, this is the best phone ever. But yeah.
Oh yeah, there's like that Ronaldo one where like he can't drink Pepsi because he's got a Coke or the other way. Yeah, whatever it is. Yeah, they tried to give him drinks. He's like, "What are you doing?"
He's like, "Yeah, what is this?" Gets out of my face. But yeah, so this segment we're going to talk about music, Louis.
Music.
We're going to talk about music.
Do the dance.
And we're going to do a little game, right?
Oh, we got a game?
Yes.
Mad.
You want to
All
play a
right.
game?
Who are we playing the game with? Oh, not like that
I'm
kind
the
of game.
game master, and you are the player.
Halloween.
I hope you have your Netflix gaming subscription for this.
Who, me?
Yeah, you need to have your
I don't
tablet.
have Netflix, bro.
Wait, what?
I don't have Netflix.
At all?
Nah.
You know what? I'm going to finish this dumb show. I'm not going to mention it. And then I'm done too.
This dumb show.
Squid Games, whatever. I started it. I'm going to finish it. And then I'm done. I'm out. Because, yeah, I haven't been watching. Actually, you know what? There was the Blue Eyed Samurai. It's an anime.
Yeah,
Watch
yeah.
that. That's good.
I know that, yeah.
You seen it?
I've not seen it, but I've heard about it. And
Yeah,
the next time I
you
get
can watch it anywhere.
Netflix,
Yeah,
watch it.
It's on Netflix.
Yeah. I'm gonna go find it on X. There's gonna be some
Oh,
streamer.
right, yeah. Sorry, I forgot.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Oh, yeah, on Twitter. Yeah. So,
Twix.
we're going to do a little segment on the music.
Do the music.
Let me get this up. But before we start doing that, actually, let's talk about music, Louis. How do you listen to music?
How do I listen to music?
How do you listen
Through
to
my
music?
ears.
Through your ears. Genius.
Mad.
This guy.
Invention of the century.
In one ear through the other, right? I'm kidding.
Yeah, straight through. Doesn't pay attention. I am a Spotify user.
Okay.
I pay for premium.
Basic. Kidding. Joke.
Basic. Yeah. I mean,
joke, Louis. Just.
Oh no. I agree
I
with
use
you.
Spotify too sometimes.
It's
so I can connect with you guys. The basics.
I am the basic female dog.
Wow.
I'm not going to say the word that begins with B and ends in itch. Of
Bavistich?
Starbucks. You know how there's the concept of...
Oh, he's throwing shots today.
Yeah. You know how it turns to Halloween, turns to fall and everyone needs to go get a pumpkin spice latte.
Yes.
Yeah. I am that equivalent of music for Spotify.
I respect it.
Yeah.
Own it. Double down.
Exactly. I'm doubling down. 100%.
Do you ever use anything else?
Because I pay for YouTube Premium, there is YouTube Music, but I find there's not much on there. Like there is, but there's not. Like I wanted to go listen to a specific artist. I can't remember what it was. Like when we talked about this last, I was like, they're just not on YouTube Music. So I'm like,
yeah.
So do I watch it on YouTube? Which then I don't get the additional benefits of how it's played. It's like, nah, it's on Spotify. Cool. All right. Well, I guess I'm using Spotify for this then.
Yeah.
But yeah, mainly Spotify. For my podcasts, have been moving more towards Spotify, but there are still a lot that I say watch, doing inverted commas here. I'd listen in the background from YouTube. How do you listen to music?
Well, a few years ago, I made the switch from... Actually, I used to use Google Music before I used Spotify. Then I used Spotify for a little bit, but then I went to Tidal. At the time, this was after their big push to be like the highest paying to artists move. I only did it because, one, shout out to Jay-Z. He was a co-owner or majority at the time. And two, I did want my artists that I listened to pay more. But then at the time, they created a catalog that was big enough. Because beforehand, like you're saying, there used to be, everybody isn't on here, so why would I do that to myself? But they built out their catalog, or they paid the rights, whatever. So they had whatever everyone else had. And then also, they had high fidelity music. I'm a bit of an audiophile. I like my high quality music, or everything, to be fair. So nice. I care about what headphones I use and speakers, etc., etc. And at the time, they had high fidelity, and they also had Dolby Atmos music. So this is a few years ago, and since then, it was always the reason why I stayed there. But then, as of like literally last year, everybody now has high fidelity. Everybody now has mastered versions of their music. So you can have standard, mastered, high fidelity, or hi-fi, as they call it. And you can also get Dolby Atmos versions too. So now, last time I checked, Spotify has this, YouTube, I think, has it, or something like that. And it's like, okay, so the thing that will set you apart from me is no longer like the reason. Because socially, everybody's on Spotify, or the majority of people. And we'll touch on how many people later on in the game. But so it's like, if somebody sent me a song when I didn't have Spotify at all, it was just like I have to then look for it myself on Tidal. And if I sent a link or something, I wouldn't send a link. I would just send the name of a song or a screenshot. They'd have to then look for it. So just those little things were always annoying. So then a year ago, I ended up just having both for that exact reason, right? Plus, I have a playlist that I update. So it's like I want to be able to send this link or update it and whatever, so everybody can listen to it. The whole point for me is I care more about the social aspect than just the quality. Especially now, it doesn't matter because everybody's got the quality, so that doesn't move my interest anymore because I can get the same quality here and over here. So okay, so who has the best social aspect? And it's where most people are, and where it's been curated to, they push for having creativity, having artists on here to create playlists to share. There's now the whole live parties thing. I don't know what it's called. Like you can do a live DJ set. You can invite people onto your Spotify. Yeah, and you have like 10
that's
people.
been out for ages. Yeah, party mod.
Yeah, so that too, like that's new on Tidal, where that's been around on Spotify already. So it's established. That's my point. Like all of these things are established, and profiles are established. Profiles are new on Tidal. Like this came out like a few months ago. Like having a profile people can go to and follow. Whereas like these things that it's gonna be, you can't catch up. Like I'm sorry,
yeah.
Unless they disband, it's just So for that reason, I am gonna. I mean, I don't know how long I will keep Tidal for, but I've been already using Tidal. Spotify. So that's how I do it. But I actually do enjoy still SoundCloud for like niche rappers or niche music in general, especially like EDM and like house music, like just DJs. Yeah. And YouTube as well. Again, back to things that aren't on there. So like mixtape music, that kind of thing. Especially SoundCloud too. So SoundCloud and YouTube for like mixtapes is always still good. So I use everything, a little bit of everything, because everything isn't everywhere, which is just how it is. And that's, to me, is beautiful. You don't want everything to be everywhere because that's how monopolies start. So having the choice is good, but of course having to pay premium versions for everything isn't the best thing. But that's why I chose 2 out of the 4, but now I'll probably stick to 1 and I'll just use the free versions of the rest. But yeah, but I really did like Tidal, just the platform itself, but it doesn't offer as much anymore. So I'm out. Deuces. Thank you for your service.
I swear they're still doing well. Like, I think they're breaking even. They're still making a bit of a profit, but are they close to not making a profit? Is it like kind of declining as user, what they call them, MAUs, monthly active users on it? I don't know. I wouldn't tend to know what about metrics or whatnot, but is it that starting to decline? Or is this the quiz?
We're going to go through the quiz and it will answer a few of these questions. Are you ready?
Yes, let's go.
So,
do it.
Section 1 or Chapter 1.
Wait, is this a quiz for me or is this for the audience? Me.
It's for you.
Oh, no.
But if you're the audience, play along. Be honest with yourself. If you get it right, then give yourself a pat on the back. If you get it wrong, then you got it wrong. GG's, So,
GG, Dory.
We're going to do royalty rates per stream.
All right.
Actually, do you want to do... That's long. Let's do streams required to make $1.
All right.
Which company requires the least amount of streams to make $1? So which company pays the most per stream to artists?
What's the options?
Have YouTube Music, Spotify, Amazon, Tidal, Apple, Pandora, and Deezer as your top 1, 2,
Pandora
3,
and
4,
Deezer.
5, 6, 7.
They're the ones I know the least about. I would say Tidal is probably the winner of that for royalties.
You are correct. For Tidal, it takes 78 streams to make $1. So if you're an artist, this might be a good little segment.
78?
Apple Music, yeah, that's one stream, $1. Or 1.2 cents per stream.
Right, okay.
So that's
pretty good,
That's like a penny, right? No, that's not a penny per stream. So a cent per stream, 1.2 cents per stream. I don't know what that is. What's the conversion rate? It's about a penny per stream in pounds. Apple Music is 125 streams to make $1.
Okay,
or $0.008 per stream. I'm not going to try and... That's not even a penny or a cent. Amazon, 249 streams to make $1. Spotify, 314 streams to make $1.
314.
YouTube Music, 500 streams to make $1. Pandora, 752 streams to make $1. And Deezer, 909 streams to make $1.
Lol.
So
Really?
if you want to help your artists, Deezer and Pandora ain't it.
Nah, they're not.
They ain't the one.
They seem dodgy anyway. I mean, I've used them like once, and I was like, nah, I'm
I
good.
think I used to work for a company where they locked off everything except Deezer, so to listen to music at work, Deezer is our only
Really? What about SoundCloud?
Yes,
What did you just
Spotify.
listen
Yeah,
to?
they knew about SoundCloud and Spotify and everything else, so they locked it off. But
Wow.
that Deezer link worked every time. That's the only time I've ever used Deezer. But yeah,
Nice. Go on. What's
so
the next question?
some facts in between. The global music subscribers surged 26.4%. There were 523 million global subscribers annually at that time in 2021.
What, to all platforms?
Yeah.
Right.
Don't know what it is now.
523 million. Was that 500 million?
Yeah, 500 million people subscribed. Not just listening, subscribed.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah,
like
so
1/16 of the world is got some sort of premium subscription.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's do market share. Of these three companies, no, let's just do sharing accounts. Apple, Spotify, and SoundCloud subscribers. Who do you think has the highest amount of share rates or account shared?
What are the options again? Apple, Spotify, and SoundCloud.
Yeah.
Well, it's definitely not SoundCloud. I want to say Spotify, mainly because it kind of integrates with a lot more things easier than Apple would. So I can imagine one account and it's tied into like 50 devices in the house, as opposed to Apple. But then Apple, go through the whole rigmarole of making an iCloud account. You're like, meh, maybe not.
I don't know how it works in Apple, actually.
I'd say Spotify.
Okay. Well, of their actual, this is for each platform.
Right.
Apple Music subscribers, 40% of people on Apple share their account with somebody else.
Okay.
33% share their account with somebody else on Spotify. And 27% share their account on SoundCloud. Who shares an account on SoundCloud? That's the real question.
Yeah, who are they?
It's subscribers, right? You don't want to pay again, so you just ask your buddy, like, yo, what's your account?
But hang on, right? So those figures of what is like sharing, is that including like, so like on Spotify, I can go there right now and create an account where I can have like a family of 5 people. So is that including all of those people in that? So that's geared towards sharing, or are you talking about like I create one account, I pay for premium, then I give you the username and password and you go use it?
I don't know.
I wonder which one, because if it's the former and not the latter, if it's the former, so i.e. like a family and everyone's got the 5, then they're skewed metrics because that's intended for sharing.
Yeah. I don't think there's a way to track the latter, right? How would you know they're sharing passwords without that's breaching everything to do with security?
Not necessarily. You can just track the IPs. Like, cool,
that's true.
2 different people are playing 2 different sets of songs at the same time from 2 different IPs in 2 different countries. Are you relaying your music via somewhere else at the same time? Like, I guess something like that, maybe. But if you didn't consent to it, is that technically tracking? I don't know where. GDPR and whatever else. Like, anyway, go on. Next question.
All right. Also, this is based in the US. This is hard to find for like. That one is based in the US, I'm pretty sure. And so are most of these. So it's hard to. The rest of the world might be different. So in the US, sticking to the US, what are the most popular genres for streaming across the whole board? Is it country, pop, R&B / hip hop, which is kind of crazy that's a slash, or is it rock? So you got rock, pop, country, and hip hop. R&B.
I'm glad you said that's crazy, because it is, because they can
That's
be
two
very
genres.
distinct. Yes,
That's
there
two.
is overlap with certain things, but at the same time, there's not.
You know exactly what this is.
Yeah. Would you say country, pop, hip hop
Well,
/ rap,
like if you're
and rock?
combining two flipping genres, mate, like think about it. Like,
I kind of feel like there's a little bit of a trick because there's a
okay.
lot of country listeners in America. I know there's a lot, but then it's like how much of the proportion of those country listeners weigh out others. But the fact that they've combined two genres is making me lean towards that. But then at the same time, it's like pop. Nah, I don't think pop. I mean, like Taylor Swift and like all the Swifties and whatnot. It's like what? How many people in America? Like 400 million.
300
Population is something like that. I think it's declining, isn't it?
340. Declining, probably. Everyone's declining.
True that. I will go for.
Actually, that can't be true if we just reached 8 billion.
Yeah, it can. Just it goes there, hits the peak, and then everyone starts dying, and boom, natural disaster. There goes the country. Isn't India or is it like Pakistan somewhere? It's like shrinking by like a centimeter, like an inch a year or something like that. Is it India?
Physically, geographically?
Yeah, like literally the land that I think it's India. I might be getting it wrong. Someone else can correct me, but they're like sinking by like an inch a year.
Dang.
Yeah, mad, right? Anyway, so hip hop /
R&B.
Yeah.
You are correct.
Gang.
30% of streams go towards R&B and hip hop. 17% go to rock. 13.3% go to pop. And 7.9% go to country.
Oh, my logic was really wrong on that. Hey. You know what? They really shouldn't have amalgamated hip hop and R&B because I'm pretty sure if one of them was like, what did you say? It's 27%. What did you say?
29%.
29%.
But yeah.
So even if they're both 15, okay, so they would have been second to.
They'd been joint second, yeah.
Yeah.
One of them
could be like 25.
Yeah.
Well, it's not, but you know what I mean. Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
But that's why they did it, Louis. Well, it looks good, but in reality, it's like if you're an artist, you've just been put in the same pool as people that don't do the same thing as you. Because some people, to me, country is pop, right?
Country is pop?
Yeah.
Nah, they're different.
Yeah, different. Yeah. Okay, wait. What about rock and pop?
They are different. Yo, have you not heard some?
I'm joking.
Oh,
but I'm just saying, being like,
serious. I was like,
mix R&B and hip hop.
Yo,
I was gonna say rock and pop.
Go listen to Ed Sheeran, then the next song be like, I'm trying to think of like some heavy metal band.
Black Sabbath.
Yeah, some really
Gojira. You know Whales by Gojira? It's a good song.
Yeah.
And I can see the whales. Anyway, the last one. Oh, we've got a few more.
All right, let's go.
Market share.
Market share, all right.
Has the largest market share? I think this might be worldwide. Yeah, it has to be. So you have Amazon Music, Apple Music, Spotify, Tencent Music, and YouTube Music.
What was that second from last one? Tencent?
Tencent, yep.
What is that? Like a brand that owns Pandora and whatever else?
I do not know.
It's definitely not Amazon. It's definitely not whatever that Tencent is. It's definitely not. What was the last one?
YouTube Music, Amazon Music, Apple Music, Spotify, and Tencent Music.
I'm going to have to go Spotify, but I don't think it's too far behind. I don't think Apple's too far behind, and I would imagine like YouTube's kind of coming up, but not there. So Spotify is my top one.
Answer?
Yeah.
You are correct.
Nice.
Spotify has a 31% market share. Apple Music has 15%. Amazon has 13%. Tencent Music has 13%. And YouTube Music has 8%. So Tencent Music is... I don't know what... Wait, what country is this? I'm not guessing. China. Tencent
What?
Music is the leading online music entertainment platform in China. So yeah, hence the 13% market share. They pretty much dominate the Chinese market in music.
That's
So that's why I like this. We're going to see a lot of names that we've not heard of that are major drivers in the market. Because that's
all right.
neck and neck with Amazon and bigger than YouTube. And we've never heard of it.
All right,
So
cool.
we've done that. So this is another interesting thing. Others was under 10%. Deezer had 1.5%. Yandex had 2.2%. And NetEase had 6.1%. Tidal isn't on this list.
Is it old? When did this data get
No, this
compiled?
is last year. End of the second quarter of 2022. This is Statista. So I didn't see Tidal in any of these lists. And that kind of goes towards... To be fair, they came in, they didn't try to like dominate the market. It was just to try and change rules and regulations. You know what? That's why I think one thing I love about them, regardless of how big they were or are, they definitely pushed certain companies to add more things to them. Do you know what I mean? So it was good because yeah, High Fidelity came to all platforms and pay hasn't changed though. So that was the main push. So that's the last thing they need to try and get to other people to like, divulge in. The last question, Louis, we're going to do who has the most monthly listeners of all time on Spotify worldwide as of January this year? In millions.
Ooh.
I'm going to go through the list randomly, and you have to guess which one has the largest. All right. All right, we have Taylor Swift, Rihanna, Shakira, Miley Cyrus, The Weeknd, Ed Sheeran, Sam Smith, David Guetta, SZA, and Drake as the top 10, I guess. Top 11. So, go to the list again.
Tops for what's the question again? Who's the top?
You want to guess
streamed?
the top one, I guess.
It's The Weeknd, isn't it?
Let me go through the list again. Shakira, Rihanna, Taylor Swift, The Weeknd, Miley Cyrus, Ed Sheeran, Sam Smith, David Guetta, SZA, Drake.
I'm pretty sure it's The Weeknd, and I think like Taylor Swift and like Drake's coming up close, and I think they've both got like a number of platinums, but I'm pretty sure The Weeknd is the top money.
Baby, this is perfection. Oh boy, I can see your body moving. Anyway, we're gonna get cancelled for that, or like strike.
Copyright strike.
You are correct, Louis. The Weeknd is number one with 100 million.
Yeah.
Monthly listeners. That's crazy. Miley Cyrus is number 2 with 82. Taylor Swift with 80. Rihanna with 79. This is millions, by the way. So 79 million. Weeknd is 100 million. Blah, blah, blah. Shakira has 77 million. Ed Sheeran has 77.4. So Shakira has 77.6. Sam Smith has 73.8 million monthly. David Guetta 71.4 million monthly. SZA 69.2 million monthly. I was surprised by that. And Drake came in at 11th with 68.6. SZA has a lot of listeners.
I don't think those figures are new. I think this is like a 2019 or 2020 study or something,
2023, Louis.
I don't believe it.
What do you mean you don't believe it? You're seeing is believing, Louis. It's a statista.
Do the dance. Nah.
Wait, as of January this year.
It's locked. It's just a widescreen anyway. So, what did you say Rihanna had? Like 79 million?
Yeah, 79.6.
79.6 million, right? So 79.6 million, right? And what did you say Spotify was? 330 plays to make $1?
Yeah.
So you're telling me Rihanna made like 241k
last month
on Spotify?
In a month.
In a month.
Yeah, she makes 240k in a month. Louis, that's still insane. Think about it.
That's nutty.
Yeah, so that's yeah. Whoa.
I reckon she gets
that's how much a stream costs. I don't know how much Rihanna makes from that.
Wait, that question was how much it costs. I thought that question was how much does an artist make per, how many streams do they need to have streamed to make $1?
It's royalty rates per stream. I don't know what that means.
Wow.
Because not all artists own all their royalties, right?
Yeah, true.
So the ones that do, they get all of it, but most of them don't.
Yeah,
And most of them belong to like
certain groups
Universal or Sony or someone else, and they're going to take like
a
something.
massive cut.
So, but that's how much Rihanna as an entity brings. Her music makes monthly is around 240k. Come on. Yeah, that's a nice little lick. Ain't gonna lie to you.
What's that? Like 3 mil, like 2.8 mil per year. 3 mil.
Way more than that. Oh yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah. Because 240 times 12, yeah. It's like 3 mil.
Times 10 is 2.4. 2.4 plus 2.4.
Bro, I've already done it on a calculator. 2,894,545. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a bad little. It's a pretty little penny, you know.
She hasn't
dropped an album in how long?
Oh, she is dropping one like next year, right?
No, but she hasn't dropped one since for how long, Louis? Because these
What
stats came
was
out
her
this
last
year.
album?
Like Anti.
No, I could have been Anti.
It was Anti. What's she done after the Anti?
Trying to find out.
Rihanna has not dropped since Anti. If she has,
right.
I'm gonna cry.
Yeah.
See? And when was that, Louis? When was that?
2016.
Tell me when it was. Bro, she hasn't dropped in, is that 7 years?
Yeah.
And she's still making 240k a month. Imagine when she drops, she's gonna hit those weekend numbers when she drops. But they'll only be for like a while. But yeah.
Yeah, man. Anti, yeah.
She's doing alright.
Yeah. It's been a while since I've listened to the album, you know. It's kind of...
Yeah, listen, everybody, homework, go listen to Rihanna. Anti.
Listen to the deluxe edition, though. Not just the normal. Make sure it's the deluxe. Because there's 3 extra songs. There's 3 extra songs in that. That's why you got to listen to the deluxe. What are the 3?
Yeah, I don't remember.
I'll tell you. 14 is Goodnight Gotham, 15 is Pose, and 16 is Sex With Me.
Oh yeah, I've never even listened to the other version because I remember those.
Yeah. Anti, and then 2012 was Unapologetic.
She only dropped one album in the past decade. That's crazy. I think in the last 10 years she only dropped one album, and she's still on this list.
Do you know what I find mad about
Drake's
music?
been dropping like 2 a year.
Shots.
Maybe I think it's higher than 2. It's like 2.3, something like that. Because there was a year where he took a year off, but then he like did the joint albums a few times. But yeah,
what was I going to say?
That's not shots. Yeah. I'm just saying that's bigging up Rihanna.
Nah, it's shots.
Shooting at Drake, like that's crazy. It's Drake.
You're just saying realization, right?
Although, do you think like this whole speaking of music, he broke the record for most number ones ever, beating Michael Jackson,
the top 40 or
but like, bro, Michael had to do it when there wasn't streaming platforms. You couldn't, you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't easy to listen to Michael. So if it took you this long to break that record, like, does it count?
But hang on. At the same time, because there's no streaming platforms, where like all the radio stations and everything else,
they're playing Michael.
Where they just like, yo, this
Michael
is hot.
Drops, they're playing Michael.
Boom. Yeah.
They're playing Michael. You know what? No one said that. That's a good argument, Louis. And I change everything.
I'm great at playing devil's advocate.
It's fair. No, that's a great.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's great. It's a great argument.
But then at the same time, because Drake's got access to all these streaming platforms, not that the radio's dead, is it like it's the same equivalent for the time of the time, if that makes sense?
Yeah, it's still, you can only play against your opponent.
Yeah. So like it's not a like for like comparison if they were both on the radio and radio was not radio was as big as it was when radio was when there weren't streaming platforms.
Let's be real though, if Michael was around right now,
I don't know, you know.
What do you mean oh no. What do you mean you don't know?
I mean, from what's come out and all that other
hits,
stuff.
Louis.
Yeah, hits, sure, but
at the same
time.
That's what we're talking about. What?
Yeah.
Quality of music in general. Louis, like come on.
Okay,
come
cool.
on, Louis.
From that aspect, yeah. But if we're talking about other aspects of the artist,
what aspects? Tell me. What does he have that Michael Jackson doesn't have?
Oh no, I don't mean like in a comparison. I mean in terms of like Michael Jackson and you were to talk
You
about
know who
everything.
sounds like Michael Jackson and is top of that list? We just talked about The
No.
Weeknd.
I thought you were going to say The Weeknd, but I was like, I don't think he sounds like Michael
So
Jackson.
that's what Michael will be doing. But he released more music. The Weeknd doesn't drop as often.
Yeah, let's stay away from Neverland.
Speaking of kids,
Nah. What a segue. I can't believe you done that.
Oh yeah, Michael would be. I'm kidding.
Yo, for those reasons, that's why I'm like, it's the whole hashtag Me Too movement and whatnot.
You're finding it difficult to separate person from music.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, he'd get cancelled, so he wouldn't hit number ones.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. I was trying to say that without saying it.
You got it. No, you can say that. That's true. Like Drake is not problematic.
I don't want to speak ill of the dead, but at the same time, if it's the truth,
he was alive when that was happening, so
yeah, it's true.
You know, so yeah, you're right. It might have, although I don't think the numbers slowed down. They did actually. They did. I remember I read something that was told that it was difficult to listen to new albums after the allegations started kicking up.
Yeah, that's a bit mad, right? Like the whole Epstein stuff. Imagine if everyone was all still listening to Epstein. Like it comes on the radio. Like I'm never listening to this radio station again.
R. Kelly, right? That happened.
Yes, I think R. Kelly was
a lot of people boycotted
context.
R. Kelly. They were
yeah,
it's true. R. Kelly because it's weird. Kanye too, right?
Yeah, but Kanye self-sabotaged.
However you do it, it's just it does happen to the biggest.
I guess technically they all self-sabotaged, but in a way, right? I don't know. It's not my business, but I don't condone it. It's all bad stuff.
I'm glad you cleared that up, Louis. Because for a second there, I thought you condoned their behaviors.
Raw. Not like you and your segues. Like speaking of kids,
me.
mad statements. We're out here getting cancelled.
Mate, listen,
like I said, I'm looking for a new co-host. If anyone, email is
okay.
Intechlectual at newhost.com.
Champions League year.
If you can tell me every Champions League and World Cup
let's
winner
do one more.
Let
me another year. Give me any random year. You did 2018 and 2012.
The World Cup?
2010. Just any year. I guess a World Cup. Yeah.
What did you say? 2006. So go 2002.
Brazil and Champions League. Oh, I want to say Real Madrid. I want to say Real Madrid.
I don't know about Champions. I don't have that up.
Champions.
It was in Japan, and Brazil did win.
It's Brazil. Yeah.
Mad. Was it 1998?
It was Milan. No. I'm thinking 01, 02. Not this is 01, 02. I was right, mate. I'm never wrong. It was Real Madrid. 01, 02. So the summer of 02 was both the Champions League. Brazil won the World Cup. Real Madrid won the Champions League. Mate, I do this, Louis.
All right, 98.
Do this. 98, France. And France World Cup, Champions League, 98. We won in 99, Manchester United. 97, I want to say, was 98 Champions League.
And on that bombshell,
I'm going to say Milan, AC.
What did we say, 98?
Yeah. I know the Champions League, the World Cup is correct. It was France.
88 to 89 was...
No.
97 to 98. Real Madrid.
I got one wrong.
Wait, am I reading this wrong?
No, you're reading it right.
Yeah, UEFA Champions League finals.
I want to say Real Madrid. I wanted to say them.
We should have cut it earlier, man.
It did a bit, yeah. You know what?
We are authentic. I'm
not perfect. I know a lot, but don't know everything. You know.
Yeah,
and that's life. We don't sell you a false brand like those things you're talking about earlier. The editors.
And on that bombshell,
Thank you for
You get that
listening.
reference as well. A lot of respect. Not really. I guess maybe 50-50.
Also, someone else that got cancelled, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's cancellation after cancellation. It's like we
Amen.
should be in the cancellation business, not the. Yo, maybe that's a great idea for a business. Is like how to be in the cancellation business, how to be in the cancellations, because if you manage the cancellations well, it's a smoother transition, right? Or maybe you can revive. Whereas if you're in the how do we make the
conflict
business
resolution
grow?
is a job, and so is being a lawyer. So yeah, that's what they do, don't they? So Louis, if you want to become a lawyer, just take on dodgy clients.
Nah,
Sometimes you have to. Like Saul Goodman, that's what he did. That's Better Call Saul. You only took on crooks and criminals that were being cancelled for like murdering people, I guess, or like doing drugs, dealing drugs, and doing, I guess.
Imagine getting a murder off a case, and then like they know they commit another murder like 2 weeks later because you got them out.
Well, they're gonna. It's a client. It's a business. They're gonna have to pay you to represent again. The issue is your reputation takes a hit, right? But if you won that case before, that means you're pretty good. And if they repeat offended, it's up to you to be like, yo, I can't defend you anymore. Or if you take it, it's like, I might be really good. I might be able to, hey, listen. Because it might not be guilty or not. It might just be, I'm going to get you less years. Do you know what I mean?
I thought differently, you.
Because it might be, I'm telling you how the world works, Louis.
You're not wrong. It's money talks,
It might
right?
be like, dude, like, you come to me again because I helped you last time to get off. But now it's like, I've seen the tapes. You're going to prison. But they want to give you 25. I can get you 10. So if you want me to represent you, that's the case. Like, we're going to get you less years. It's not going to be like, you did that. I saw it. I can't back that. Like, they got you in 4K.
You know what's funny is like, imagine that happening 2 weeks later. It's like, my next case. It's like, you again? I just got you out 2 weeks ago. What are you doing? Like, are you mad?
Amen.
Yeah. I think that's probably a good wrapping point there.
It is.
Any final words?
Touch some grass, you know?
Do the music.
Do the music.
Do all
right, we'll do it now.
Yeah. Any final words other than do the music?
Do the dance.
Do the dance.
Do the dance. All right.
Do the dance.
Take care, Eric.
It's been Intechlectual. I'm Louis.
Oh, yeah. It's been Intechlectual.
Forgot the outro. Yeah, I'm Louis.
I'm Emmanuel.
And this was...
You've got Intech. You got lectured.
You've got mail.
You got Intechlectual.
Intechlectual.
It's a plural.
You're now an Intechlectual.
Verb.
You're now an Intechlectual.
Ooh.
Welcome to the clan. Welcome to the party.
Us out, Louis. Clap us out.
Clap us out. Hey, what?
End it.